What did I do?
I don't recall. You said something about that's why your beard don't connect. You said this months ago.
I didn't say that to you.
Yeah. And that shit started. You never know what people are going through.
I said that to you?
Yeah. You never know what people. So ever since then, I've had these little 3 specks of hair trying to grow my shit.
I don't remember saying that to you, friend. I love you.
But I went and got a beard roller. So it's like a skin thing, a jiggy. A beard something. I can't remember what it's called. So it's like little spikes on it. And it's supposed to open up the corners of your face so that your beard can come through. So this time next year, baby. This time next year, I'm just warning you now. Shout out to the listeners. Shout out to Trom and Dodge. What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling today?
Good.
Yo, what up?
Well, I also the derma roller. That's right. Neek the Freak. Shout out to the Discord. Neek the Freak. Is that a man?
Yeah. Shout out to the Discord. Yo, I was on Zoom with them the other night. So I don't know if it was Trav or Malcolm. First of all, at this point, they both assholes.
It's ridiculous.
One of them said some shit. I was like, nope, I'm out. I left immediately.
It's violent.
Yo,
it's violent.
Left. I'm like, nope, y'all not gonna have me here for this shit.
Speaking of Trav, wasn't able to get us due to production this week.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So this week is gonna be slightly different. I hope y'all like the things that I put together. But I do want to say thank you for everything you've done for us, Trav. And
fuck out of here, Brittany.
I missed the organization that you have and shit like that. But it kind of made me like put my foot to the fire. Was it foot to the fire? Face to the fire?
I don't know.
Some type of shit. And kind of do what I haven't been doing in a long time, which is actually like thinking about my experiences and thinking about shit that we could talk about and shit like that. And we'll start off with something light.
Oh, we have things. We're ready already.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, come on.
I am a mess. I just want to let y'all know. I'm a mess. But we're going to start off with something light. We haven't used our theme song in a while. So I felt to bring back a song. I want to bring a song.
Bring a song.
And yeah, I don't know what you just did. What I was about to upload before that little snafu was a new song. I just want to start. Maybe I'll find another one for this next week, but I love this. The caption is, if Toni Braxton sang Pound Town.
Oh, my baby J. Marie.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Downtown, yeah. Listen, girl, I'm out of town, thugging with my round. My booty big, my booty all round. Wait a minute, it's looking for the moon. Stop playing, what you suck a bitch, oh. Down, down, just look down.
Come on now.
Down, yeah. He took a bitch down, yeah.
I love Jess. That is my baby.
What's her name?
Her stage name is J. Marie.
J. Marie?
Yeah. Go follow my baby J. Marie, man. I'm so happy she's back to music. Oh, I used to hound her. Her voice is crazy. I have a video on my phone from, what year is this? 2023?
What year is this?
It's 2023, right?
You serious? Yes.
I think I have a video of her on my phone from like 2015. No, I mean,
just gonna go past that, right?
Shut up. No, but from like 2015. When I say some shit,
you be like, that ass? No, I just want to know if you know what year it is.
No, I be forgetting. But anyway, from like 2015, she sang Adele, and I have it in my phone. It like her voice is so beautiful. Oh, yeah. I can listen to her sing all day. Her voice is.
The fact that she could even cover Toni Braxton. The fact that you could even do that, because that's a specific sound that most people cannot get to. That sound right there. Matter of fact, I might have to do me some Toni Braxton later on when y'all get the fuck out of here. Turn that shit on. Yo, when the lights go down, the candles come up, and you got Toni Braxton going on in the crib. Man, listen. What can happen? Got my daughter in here. Danae's in the building.
Hey, girl.
She's in the background. Hey. Do y'all listen to Pound Town around there? You like that sound? That song?
No.
You're not one of the Pound Town girls, or you just saying that because of me?
I'm just saying that because of you.
Oh, damn.
I respect that. She lied to me about smoking weed and all that shit for years. You ever see a kid, eyes red as a motherfucker? What's wrong with you? I'm just tired. You ain't fucking tired. You high as a motherfucker.
High as a kite.
Why do you have fucking olives and popcorn in your bed? You got the munchies? You tell me you're fucking tired?
Olives and popcorn.
Olives and popcorn is nuts, bro.
Eat anything when you fucking high.
No, that's really, I've put together some of the strangest combinations high. Like, it's not okay.
Yeah. People ask me, so you know I had a dream this week. Everybody's asking me what I went through. Have you ever ate some crazy shit before you went to sleep and you just had some wild, crazy ass dream?
Yeah, all the time.
But I just want to know why in your dream I had to get thrown under the bus.
Hold on. You didn't get thrown. This is not a homie. You in a homie court? This is not a homie court.
This is a fucking homie. Like, in your dreams, I'm Beggy. Like, I ain't even do nothing.
Drew was there.
So I'm just stealing shit.
You know that you're Beggy Bundy. That's what you do.
No, I'm not Beggy Bundy. I ask.
It's begging.
I ask.
It's
That's not
begging.
begging is when you do something over and over and over again.
You ask for anything. It's begging. You're not.
Oh wait, let me beg right now, real quick. So I'm going back to work in a week. I have my Amazon wish list. It's going to be linked
off my dream story
in my body. Yeah, because you said I'm Beggy Bunny, so let me beg.
You're going to cut off my dreams every two beg while
protesting
being a beggar.
In my bio, so you guys, if you guys want to get some stuff for the children, it's like snacks and shit for them because I'm tired of paying for all these kids all the time. So yeah, each one teach one. Thank you.
So it's in your bio on what?
On Instagram.
You're gonna tell them your at name because you won't let them at you, so they don't.
No,
know.
I opened my ads a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
It's Miss.Dajabelle, DAJAHBELLE. Go to my Amazon link, buy something for the children, please, God, please.
You know, last year we did this, or maybe 2 years ago, I'm not sure. I was in. You know, she decorated the whole school building, the whole classroom with Harry Potter.
Yeah, I do it every year. This year. My 7th grade team, our theme is social media because that's all kids care about anyway. So the math homeroom is Instagram. My homeroom is Twitter, which I'm very upset at Elon Musk for changing it because we came up with this mad long ago, but it's still going to be Twitter. And then the humanities homeroom is going to be TikTok. So like I bought name signs for the teachers, like at Miss whatever, at Mr. whatever. And yeah, that's how we're designing our classrooms. We're all aligned.
Very fast.
Yeah, my classroom's gonna be lit. Like, whew, I can't wait.
Hopefully they don't really find you on Twitter.
Who? My students?
Yeah. You setting it. You opening the door for that. So
no, but I put like my name is Miss my last name. It's not gonna. They're not gonna find me from that.
Well, I do want to tell y'all. We want to get back to what I was talking about before I jumped into the character of begging. Yeah. It wasn't character. But I was in rare form in my dream. I was in rare form, Trong. Did you didn't listen to, you didn't go read my stories, right? So I had a dream, and when I woke up, I immediately had to write it down. But instead of writing it down, I text Loon. He sent it in 150 different text messages, like not a paragraph, just sentence by sentence. I had to get the thoughts out. So when I get the thought out, I press send. Sick. I'm not one of those. What type of person are you? If you have a lot to say, if you're like, say you're frustrated or whatever, you do the whole paragraph? Yeah. Yes, and I reread it and I edit it and I make sure that my capitalization is right, my pronunciation, I make sure everything is perfect because you don't get this message. I don't like that. Huh? I am writing a sentence at a time, and you said you was gonna be here at 6. Send, and you showed up at 7:30. Send. That's mad aggressive. Why? I was in the house. I had my whole shit. Now my outfit is fucked up or whatever. Send. Yeah, I'm sending.
It's disrespectful to my notifications.
Fuck your notifications. I legit block you. So 7 a.m. and I wake up out my dream. And I'm just sending. Poor this Loon. Nigga Loon said king. Are you serious? Like you but wait, hold on. Come on, this is serious. This is serious business. No, it's not. It's a dream. It's not serious at all. I was at Drake's house in dream. I was at Drake's house. He was doing a party for his fans, right? But there was like all types of giveaways and shit, like real giveaways. Wasn't like CDs or some shit like that. It was like leather watches and shit, right? So he gave me a bunch of giveaways. He gave us all a bunch of giveaways, and there was this bag there. It was a bag that I want to say maybe 1.5 feet wide, 3 feet long, leatherish, green, with brown straps.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it and I did some Dodge shit. I was like, yo,
Let me get that.
what's up with this? He's like, go ahead. So I took it and I
Some
put
Dodge
all my stuff that he had gave me in the bag.
Okay.
Right? But as I'm doing that, I see on the piano, there's this incense holder. It's like in this weird case, like metallic case. And the incense looks like special incense.
Special incense. It's crazy.
So I took it, put it in the bag.
Santa Claus?
Yeah. I was just hype as shit. So things are going on. I laid a bag down by Dodge. I went over.
Why am I? Wait, how did I get here?
You was with me.
At Drake's house?
Yeah, you was with me. You and Drew. Y'all was both there. But why are you laughing?
No invite?
You wasn't there. Nigga said, try me to make it in a dream.
That's crazy, bro.
But at least you weren't suspect because I walked away.
Mm-mm-mm.
And when I came back, Dodge was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so was my bag.
So now I'm a thief. Great.
I'm like, she took my bag? So now I'm walking around. They were cleaning out that area.
Mm-hmm.
The Drake's service people or whatever. They clean out. So I'm going up to them like, yo, you seen that bag? You seen the bag? They don't nobody seen the bag. So I'm going around the house. Now I crawl, I like get, you know me, I'm gonna find a way where I'm not supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I get into the back area of the house where there's like a whole party going on, but there are famous people there. Nicole Kidman was the bartender.
Nicole Kidman was the bartender?
So I walked up and she's like happy. Everybody's high and shit. She's happy.
It's crazy,
and then my ex was there. Not today, like from
couple exes ago.
Yeah, a couple exes ago. Was in that motherfucker. She comes dancing over on some, oh, how you got back here? And I'm like, how did you get back here? You fucking Drake?
How did you even get in my dream?
You know what I'm saying? How'd you even get my dream? I don't think about this girl, Martina. I was like, I don't think about this woman. Dope woman, she's fine, dope. But why? Where did you come from in my subconscious to be here in this blue dress? Looking amazing, by the way.
It's crazy, bro.
I'm seeing all types of stars and shit. I ask, so I'm like stressed about this bag, bro. I'm looking, by the way, Drake's house is dope.
If you were so stressed about the bag, why you ain't just call me and ask me if I had the bag?
I didn't have a phone in my dream. What are you talking about?
Oh, you ain't have a phone in your dream?
No, I think he takes him at the door. You can't just walk around Drake's house with a phone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Respectfully, all right. I'm here with you.
Chris Rock concert.
You quit.
I hear you.
So
Yo, this is sick, bro.
I kind of get back towards the front where I'm supposed to be. And I ask his main handler, like the guy that's always with him, like, yo, have you seen my bag? But they're all like rushing to do something. And he's like, nah, take this one. He grabs a black book bag, a regular black book bag, and he gives it to me. I'm like, that's not my bag. And he runs away and he's like, it's mine. Don't worry about it. I open the bag. There's like $50,000 in this bag. And it's all rolled up into money rolls, but they're like covered by fruit roll-ups.
By what?
Fruit roll-ups. Dead ass.
Okay.
So I'm like peeling the fruit roll-ups off and there's like money. And it's like a whole bag full of big ass rolls of money in this bag. But I want my bag. I want the incense. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I put this bag on my back and I go back to looking for my bag. At this point, they start serving food, but I'm still want my bag, so I'm not hungry. So I'm still searching for my bag.
Plus you got fruit roll-ups, so you don't need
I only ate like one, but I don't think you could taste things in your dream because it was like chewy. It wasn't nothing. Again,
You ate it?
yeah, it was covered. Like what I'm supposed to do? Where I'm supposed to put it? I'm gonna look for a garbage can in my dream. You know what I mean? I took it off to count the money. I ate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You did the right thing.
So I'm looking for the bag. And I realize the fans are starving. They're eating all the fucking food. I can't even find a plate now because I'm like, yo, let me just eat because the fucking spread is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's mad different types of food and shit. So I go to get the plate and there's this other nigga. It might have been you. I'm not sure.
Now you want to add him to the dream?
No, he was dark skinned. It wasn't Sean. He was a dark skinned nigga. It was dark skinned.
It's just another random nigga.
It was a random nigga in the dream.
Almost.
But the nigga takes the plate So I'm like, dog, I was trying to get that plate. That's my plate. So me and him start like pulling up, give me the fucking plate, my nigga. Somebody took my bag. You're not taking the plate, right? So the nigga gets somebody else's plate and he starts taking all the food off the table and putting it onto his plate so I can't get no food. So I get a fork and I go on his plate and I start stabbing the food off his plate and put it on my plate. This is a fucking thing that's going on in this dream.
And this is what you text that man at 7 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, but wait. So
That's crazy.
So out comes a platter of like, you ever see when you go to like them restaurants and they got the fish, it's like fried, but it's like curled up. It's like a whole fish, but it's curled up like that. Got the whole tail on it.
Yeah.
So they had that, but in it was like steak. Like in the curl was like steak. And it was like this big ass, dope ass platter.
Okay.
This nigga takes all the steak out the fucking thing. So I'm like, yo, my nigga, what's wrong with you? So I grabbed the steak off his plate. Give me that. Took it, put it on his plate. He tried to press me.
Is
But when he
this
tried to
Oz?
press me, I was over getting some rice. So I went to get the rice and an eel came out the rice.
An eel?
An eel, like a big black eel or something. I don't know what it was. It was like an animal. It was a big ass black eel. So I stabbed the eel and I slapped him with the fucking eel. I swear to God. And I slapped him so it was like whap. And it was so crazy. The nigga started laughing and gave me a hug. He was like, yo, you just slapped me with an eel, my nigga. And I was like, yeah, like, yo, leave me alone. Right? So what happened after that? I never found the bag. We go outside, we're high as fuck. Drake is running around on the sand, and every time he comes close to me, I drop kick the nigga. Nigga, but he's like mad high, so he's not offended. Like, he's like happy. So it's like, and I was doing like wrestling moves, like you know the wrestling moves where the person jumps up around the neck with their legs and like flips them over and shit like that. I was doing shit like that to Drake on the sand.
You hear what happens in your father's head at night? You hear?
I was flipping this nigga. And everybody's like laughing and shit, and I can't really remember the rest. But then I think I woke up for a second. I went back to sleep, and I was with Scrooge and my other homeboy, and we was leaving a party, and we had this wild conversation about some shit, and I was drunk as shit. And I get in my car, and I crashed my car into like 20 cars. But I went over a cliff. I went over a hill, like in San Francisco. Like, you know how these fucking hills are like crazy? What'd you say? What'd she say?
She said no bag, no car, no phone.
So I'm going down this hill, like in San Francisco, crazy ass hills.
Oh
and I'm crashing into every car because I can't get the car back straight every time. I'm drunk. So, you know, every time you just don't have
drunk too?
In the dream, I'm crazy drunk.
I thought you was just hot. Okay.
But
It's a dream.
It's a different dream.
Remember,
It's
he
like the
woke
same
up
night, it
and went
just
back
kept
to
happening.
sleep.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
second part.
And
second
then-
part.
Part 2. Deuce.
I kept crashing into cars, and then somehow I landed in a parking lot on top of another car. So now Scrooge is trying to get the fuck out the dream.
How you trying to get out of dream?
Wait, how? How?
Gets in the car. He's like, yo, you bugging.
No, can you please explain how you try to get out of dream?
Scrooge, I don't know. He was like, yo, let me out.
Of the car or the dream?
Well, we was looking at the car. So he couldn't have been in the car because the car was down the hill on top of another car in a parking lot.
Okay.
So we had
So it was
to
like some
get
Truman
down.
Show shit. Like, let me out.
Yeah. He was like, yo, you bugging, bro. So I realized at this point I'm dreaming, but I also was like, yo, parts of my car everywhere. I'm gonna have to pay for all of these cars. So I'm trying to pick up the parts of my car going down the hill. And somehow he winds up in the car. Tron, why are you looking at me like that? This is crazy.
It's very crazy.
I'm like, yo, they can identify my car.
Who's they?
The police.
Okay.
So I'm grabbing the parts of the car. So he gets in the car and he gets it off the other car. And he starts driving out the parking lot. And I'm like, wait for me. I got to get the bumper. My bumper's not on the car. So I grab my bumper and I start running towards the car. Scrooge leaves me in my car.
I would have left you too.
I'm bugged. I can't believe he left me there. That's crazy. Security comes running out. They run past me. Like, where's he going? So I'm like, oh, maybe he didn't see me. I go outside. It's a bunch of security outside. Try to fight my way out and I go to jail.
You go outside? I thought you was already outside.
I was in the parking lot.
The parking lot wasn't outside?
No, it's an inside park. I don't know how the fuck.
So how the fuck did you land on top of another car of an inside?
I don't know.
It went through the...
I don't know. You're asking for logic. This is a fucking dream. What are you talking about?
So why are we talking about it? I'm just trying to understand.
So at the end, when they started to lock me up, I woke myself up.
How did you do that?
I was like, I'm not going back to jail. I woke up. Fuck that. I swear to God.
Oh,
that's the exact thought that was in my head. And I woke up.
I'm not going back to jail.
I'm not going back to jail. Fuck that. Yo, get up. Fuck y'all niggas. Catch me later. Catch me if you can, nigga. I'm up now. And I grabbed my phone and I started texting them.
Were you relieved when you woke up?
No, I knew I'm not going back to jail. Fuck them niggas. You can't. You might beat me in the dream. Can't beat this though. Shazam. I got the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? It was very intentional. It was very purposeful. When I woke up, I was like, wake up. I was like, all right. Come on. Text Loom, and it was great. So, what about y'all? How y'all feeling? By the way, I actually went out yesterday. Went to Ryo's baby shower. I don't know if you know Ryo.
Who?
You know Ryo.
Of course I know Ryo. Everybody knows Ryo.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing your baby shower day to a Beyonce concert is inconsiderate.
That nigga bought his girl a new G-Wagon
Beautiful.
for her fucking push gift.
A man.
I don't know if y'all know what push gifts are. All the ladies know what push gifts are.
Of course.
Trom, you know what a push gift is?
Nope.
Exactly.
Why you don't know what a push gift
Because
is?
when did this happen?
It's always been a thing.
To what? To who? When? To who? When did this been a thing? When did it start?
I don't know when it started. I've always known about what a push gift was.
You say always like that. I'll be feeling like you just be exaggerating. Because
Like I don't have a
this shit
family
just
full of
popped up.
women.
And all the women in your family got push gifts?
No.
Okay. So
But
here's
it's
the
a thing.
It's not a thing.
No, it is a thing. It's something that we know about though. It doesn't mean, and not
It doesn't
everybody's
make it
going
a
to get
thing.
one.
It doesn't make it a thing. Just because you know about some shit doesn't make it a thing. It's not a thing.
Can't relate. I wish my push gift
So do you
was
know
a
what it
car.
is yet?
Nope. I mean, I could imagine.
What do you think it is?
Something you give a pregnant person.
Something the husband.
Something you give a pregnant person.
Something you give a pregnant person is crazy.
Well, I think that's politically correct.
Is that not the answer?
Something that the father gives the mother. It's a gift that you give the mother for
After
pushing out your baby. Like
having the child.
Before having it.
you can give it before or after.
Is that a thing for you though?
That's
I've never heard of it before.
Give a gift because you're having a baby?
What do you
The baby
mean?
was a
That
gift.
shit is a lot. Be
Back in
happy,
the
nigga.
days,
Yes,
I'm
you better
supposed to
gift
be.
me something because
I gave you a fucking baby.
and you can have it back.
What?
Stupid. This nigga's dumb.
What is that or what? I just gave you a baby. Why do you need another gift? You just have
Do
life.
you not
in
know
you.
what women go through?
No, he knows. Don't do this. Don't do this, Melly. He knows.
know?
Do you
He's
not know
very
what
aware.
I go through?
What did you go through?
What did you go
Man,
through?
I have to deal with you and your hormones. And
Okay,
shit.
did you have to
have
push?
to deal.
Did
You
you
ain't
have to push a
give me the
7-pound
baby if you
baby?
ain't want to deal with the hormones.
A lot of times I think you're just gonna be you. I didn't know you're gonna turn into somebody else for
That's
fucking
the
2
problem,
years.
which is the reason why people need to do a lot of research before y'all start having kids because niggas don't know nothing. Niggas just be pumping semen in bitches and be like, oh my God, she changed. No shit, Sherlock. You should have known and educated yourself before you decided to be somebody's father. Y'all dumb.
Why don't you know and educate yourself before you decide to be somebody else?
You don't, what?
Like you just become somebody else,
No,
and
I'm
that's
not doing
okay.
this.
I fell in love with you.
I'm not doing this.
I said, you know what? I want to get you pregnant. I don't even know this other girl. Who the fuck is this sleeping here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching Succession. At the end of the fucking show, this girl, she's they're part of a family. You watch Succession? No, you've seen a
No, I
couple.
don't
You didn't
watch
watch the whole
this.
thing.
Oh yeah, I watched some of it.
You know, at the very end of the fucking show, the finale, she just turns on the whole family. Not that she wasn't doing it the whole time, but it was like wicked. And I was like, yo, she's pregnant. This is some shit that she would do. This is some regular shit. This is real life shit. She just turns on everybody and goes off with her nigga and fuck the whole family. And I was just like, yo, women and their fucking hormones.
That's funny.
Spoiling a show that's on right now is crazy. This shit ended like months ago. Literally months ago, Trav. Wake up. Get out of
No,
your
someone
bubble.
said it's what happens when your demon sperm infiltrates our bodies.
I don't
agree.
have my glasses on. I can't see that. But yes,
I'm not
who
mad
said
at
that? Yes, Lord.
I'm not mad at that.
Shantae.
There is something that happens though to women during pregnancy. It's fucking nuts. A fucking push gift for fucking $150,000, $100-something.
That was his gift to her. You don't
Yeah,
have
it
to.
doesn't have to be
That doesn't
expensive.
have to be the
I think
same
it's an
thing.
amazing thing. I'm not I'm literally like, whoa, like Ryo's big bro right now. He's like 15 years younger than me. He's big bro right now. Like, how do you, God damn.
He can afford it.
He raised the ceiling to the heavens.
Did he?
That shit fire. The blue.
That's fire. No, that's your ego talking though.
It's not fire.
It's just
No,
a
it
gift.
is fire, and it's probably fire for her and what she wants and what she probably would like or need. Not every woman needs a G-Wagon as a push gift. Like that, it doesn't set a standard for anybody else.
Isn't that him though? Isn't that more than that's what he wanted for her? Because I don't think she asked for it.
No, but I think that if you're in a relationship with somebody, you know the things that they want and the things that they
Okay.
desire. So
Okay. What would be a good push gift for you?
a bag.
A bag.
I would just, come on, I need one of each.
One of each. So more than one bag.
No, like one of each label. Like I'm building my luxury bag collection. So I have a vintage Louis, I have a YSL, I have a Gucci. So if I were, well, it ain't gonna happen now, but if I was to have another baby, I would want another luxury bag like that to be my push gift.
Tron, what would you like as a push gift?
What?
If he was a girl. Just want to know. Well, you saying it goes according to the person. So I'm just, cosplay as a Virgo woman right now.
I don't know. I guess a trip somewhere. But if you're pregnant, is that still the same? I don't know.
I think
Afterwards,
that's dope. No?
yeah.
But then you could have a baby moon. People do that too.
Have a what?
A
A
what?
baby moon.
What's that?
Yeah.
Like a honeymoon.
Yeah, but for like before you
baby
have
moon?
a baby, you take your person, you go
Yo,
on a
why
trip.
do
you gotta
women
baby
have so many
moons.
holidays, bro?
Why is it about the one? It's the both of y'all. It's a baby moon for the both of y'all. Y'all
I'm
last
paying for it.
relaxation
I was like,
period.
where's all this money coming from?
Yeah,
I'm
you can
paying
go on a
for it.
baby moon.
It's not a...
So that's not. I wouldn't consider a vacation a push gift because you into
'Cause
it.
you're
You
going.
know what else was a great push gift?
Because I'm going with you.
No, that's because that's to go on a vacation right after you have a baby is kind of crazy. Like, but a good push gift would be like not a midwife. What are they called? Like those
Doulas?
Nanny?
postnatal doulas. Yeah, like that's something that's helpful.
What is that?
Well, yeah.
A postnatal doula is literally somebody that comes in and is there with the woman while she's like breastfeeding and is there like helping her the first couple of weeks of taking care of the baby. Like they do like night shifts so she could sleep, stuff like that. You have postnatal doulas.
Like a
You
nanny.
also have like, yeah, kind
I
of.
thought that's what the dad was supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like that is a good gift. Another good gift, they have
I hired a bitch to do the shit. I'm supposed to do. Is that a gift? I feel like a lot of women, I feel like in another conversation, you would be like, you was a bum ass nigga, because that's your job. But you hired somebody else to do the shit that you're supposed to be
But
doing.
you transitioning, like y'all are both transitioning together into parenthood. It's just helpful to have somebody else there to help you guys navigate parenthood.
yeah, dope.
There's also like in New York, there is a I don't know what it's called. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a health and wellness retreat place that a mother and a baby can go to. It's in a city. And like you go and then they have like that postnatal doula there. So like you go, you get like a massage, you could get like treated, like you can do certain
fire.
things as a new mom, and then there's somebody there to take care of your baby and like to help you with things. So like there's so many different things that can possibly be done that can be a push gift, but it's a gift of gratitude and also a gift of helping somebody transition to something that is very hard to transition into by yourself.
I think it's all great ideas though. Great ideas. I'm not hating. I'm just being theatric. But the car is a good idea. The bag is also a dope idea. The doula is fucking amazing. That shit should come with a baby.
It should.
It should.
Yeah.
The baby should come with its own nanny out the hospital. They should have a service for that in the hospital. Do you need somebody to go home with you to help you? We have people to do that. It should be like a thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wake up and do that shit, Cornell.
For like
or-
a few years, it should last though.
Yeah.
A few years.
Yeah, Medicaid should pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Not Medicaid, child.
Yeah.
Bring you.
Yeah.
You should get a fucking nanny with WIC. You should literally be able to swipe that shit. It should come on an EBT card. Got your money right here. Swipe.
But it's also, I think it's also important for people that are having kids or looking to have kids to look into different things that comes with those first couple of months of parenting. Like you can't just raw dog that shit. I did that and don't
What
do
are the
that. Don't do
things?
what I
What are you
did.
talking about?
Huh?
What are the things that come with it? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, like, even knowing about things like push gifts or about prenatal doulas or like all of these things that the information is out there, but a lot of people don't know about it. Or there's like women pass these certain things down from generation to generation that we know, but if the man doesn't know, then you start feeling slighted, like, yo, where the fuck is my push gift? And you're like, what the fuck is that? Why you don't know what a push gift is? Like, to have these types of conversations beforehand.
Yeah, I just feel like there's so much that you learn, as you go along, bro. There's so much that you fucking learn. Mm-hmm. You could be expecting that. I wouldn't even know. Now I'm in the doghouse with you because I didn't even know. Yep. Somebody in the comments did mention a pregnant woman definitely asks how she's treated. Now, if you're not aware of what these comments are, you just hear somehow and listen to the show for the first time in life. We actually have our VIP membership here, and they're able to watch the show live, comment, and talk about the things that we're talking about. So somebody says, that's for my Patreon. Mm-hmm. So you sign up to patreon.com/So Shameless Podcast, and you join the Discord, you get the Zoom, and you can watch along with everybody else. Somebody says a pregnant woman definitely asks how she's treated.
That's very true.
What does that mean?
If you treat them with kindness and care, and you're like catering and understanding of the fact that this is not like business as usual, like she's growing a life and actually being catering and sympathetic and empathetic to that, she's not gonna be spazzing out and be all like rah, rah, rah on you. Like, it's certain expectations that come with that. Like, you as the man, you should know. Like, you know that she's gonna catch weird cravings. Don't catch an attitude if she have a craving and she needs something and she wants you to go get it for her. You know that certain things are gonna be difficult for her. You know that her hormones are literally changing day by day. You can't regulate that. I can't know before I put this boot on if I'm gonna cry or not. But if I'm crying trying to put my boot on, come over, help me, be there for me.
You literally just said a pregnant woman asks how she's treated. Then in the explanation of it said, I might cry for nothing. Even if you're there serving me.
To do with how I'm treated. It's all about the hormones.
I might go into depression. It has nothing to do with how you're treating me that I'm going into depression.
That's not what
I'm trying to explain from a simple man's point of view.
That's literally not
I got the same thing from that.
I hate y'all. And this is why I hate y'all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's not about that. The fact that I'm hormonal, don't weaponize the fact that I'm hormonal. That's what I mean by treating somebody a certain type of way. Like, you know that hormones change in pregnancy, yes or no?
Yes.
Great. So if I'm upset, don't add to it. Don't get mad at me like, oh, you're being a bitch today. Like, no, I'm not being a bitch today.
Her? Huh? When you said being a bitch, did you slap? I seen you do that. Okay. Hand move. Mm-hmm. Dosh, listen. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to understand the difference, because if you cater to somebody the whole time and they're still gonna be that way, how is it you're acting the way I'm treating you? I'm not trying to be ignorant to it. I have to kind of just conform to where you're at today.
Yes.
Every day, so the whole time. So it doesn't really have to do with the way I'm treating you.
No, it does, because I feel like a lot of men, they turn pregnancies and they make it about them and not about their partner that's really putting in the hard work. Like, oh, you're not here for me. Oh, you're upset every day. Nigga, I can't help that. But that doesn't mean for you to give me the same energy back. That's what I mean.
That's hard though.
Because y'all are selfish beings.
I'm selfish. So it's all about you, and I have to understand it's all about you.
Yes. You have to, why can't something not be about you while I'm growing your child? Like, it's not an easy thing. Like I don't wake up every day happy about this shit. Like, some people have great pregnancies and some people don't. If I'm one of those people that I have morning sickness for 6 months, nigga, I'm not gonna wake up happy every day because I'm about to be upset and not feeling well every day.
Everybody doesn't have that though. So, but this is my thing, right? So this is my thing. What am I supposed to do in this year and a half of you being depressed and I just have to deal with it?
Be there for me and do not react.
It's a year and a half.
So what? Then don't get nobody pregnant.
So if you can't deal with crazy?
If you can't deal with the ebbs and flows of what a woman goes through her emotions, through body, through mental and all that, if you can't deal with that, don't get anybody pregnant. Ever. Like, just don't do it.
I agree. I don't want to get anybody pregnant. I'm going right behind him to go get my vasectomy.
Drop that $25 or whatever.
Yeah, drop that $25 is crazy.
Say less,
No, seriously, like that. But y'all don't see how inconsiderate that sounds?
No, I do, but you don't understand how inconsiderate it is on our side, because you're giving us nothing to go on. You're just like, serve us, be there for us, fuck your feelings, fuck whether you need anything for a year and a half. That's the time that you get pregnant, that you're pregnant, the post pregnancy, whatever that thing is called, when you're after postpartum.
Yeah.
That whole time, I don't have no support. I'm literally pouring into you every day. You know, when you pour into somebody, you can wind up with an empty cup. Yo, I don't understand why this is so hard for you to understand.
I don't understand why it's so hard for y'all to understand.
I'm
because
saying, yes, I will do that for you.
But
what about me during that time? You're saying, what about you?
What about you? I'm sorry. I can't, in my brain, I cannot fathom. Most women, especially in America, when you get pregnant, you're still working up until damn near the day that you give birth, right? So I still have to wake up every day. I still have to go to work.
You have to wake up every day. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Interrupt me again.
All right, my bad.
I still have to wake up every day. I still have to go to work. I still have to do and move and maneuver through this world as if everything is normal, and it's really not normal, right? So within all the stuff that I'm going through, I've still got to deal with my boss. I still got to deal with friends. I still got to deal with family. If we got other kids, I got to deal with them niggas too. And then you looking at me like, what about me? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not actually. I'm saying that he's doing all of those supportive things. He's there for you and everything. But at some point, it can be draining for him too. I remember I remember when she's pregnant, I was cooking, cleaning the house, working. She was on bed rest. But it made me feel drained that I was not getting love, not even sex. Like I felt like on my own in the pregnancy. And then even when going to the hospital, they don't give a fuck that you're there. They're literally like, no, I'm talking to the mom. Yeah, hi. And they're rude about it too. They're literally like, excuse me, dad. Yeah, what do you need? So it's just kind of
because what do you need? Because she's the one carrying it around to bring forth life.
This our baby. At least talk to us. Let me know what's going on so I can at least assist better. It's like I'm kind of X'd out the equation, and you're telling me that's because how it's
you're
supposed
making
to be
it about
in
you.
the house as well.
That's because you're making it about you.
This is our baby.
This is our baby, but we're not equally carrying it.
Well, how the fuck could we do that? That's what you're made for. Oh. You're literally made to do it. You're talking about it's not normal. It's very normal.
That's what you're made for.
Billions of people have this happen. It's normal. Y'all get pregnant and y'all carry them. That's normal. Okay. It's literally what everybody else does. Mm-hmm. I can understand if I got pregnant, then it's not normal.
Try fuck you.
Trom, go ahead. Am I bugging, or you just don't want to have no parts of this?
A little bit of both. No, you're not bugging. No, you're not bugging. I actually agree, but I don't want parts in this. And I don't see this. I understand what you're saying. Like any relationship, sometimes relationships are 50-50. When you're pregnant, it's like 90-10. But the 10 is still important. The man still wants 10. Can I just get a little bit of support while I'm supporting you? I understand that.
It's a difficult thing that men go through. I was having a conversation about this actually, and the woman was like, well, I can't believe he cheated while she was pregnant. And the situation that he was in was that she literally was like super depressed during the whole pregnancy. And you decide to compile that and cheat? Listen, I'm not going to sit here and defend a man cheating on his pregnant woman. I said, what was he going through at the time? Because he had never done that before. And the cheating that he was doing was actually like he had buddied up with somebody. Like they were literally, she was his confidant. Like she caught them like talking weird times and linking up at restaurants and shit like that. So you see how crazy, do you understand how crazy this sounds to me? I do. Like, in the midst of growing a whole human being, I have to not only think about myself, my life, also the life of this child, but I also have to cater to you. And the only thing you have to do is cater to me. Also, it was after the baby was born that I think that he had started engaging. So because again, I don't feel like men have the tools to understand what is needed of them in this time period. That's the problem. Like y'all get into this mind state like, oh, she's not catering to me. Oh, she only cares about the baby. She doesn't care about me. So let me go get attention for somebody else like a fucking toddler instead of being there for your family because you feel like you're not the most important person here anymore. So you, like children, decide to go find a shiny new thing to play with because your favorite toy does not want to engage with you because they have something else going on. That shit sounds crazy to me. I think that the way you put it does sound crazy. But I also think that if somebody is not feeling loved, cared, whatever, for whatever reason, they're not getting what they need out the relationship. And I understand she's pregnant. I understand that she's going through something. But now after the baby's born, it's continuing. You can't see how, like, this happens a lot of times. People break up.
Yeah, people break up, and people break up because men do not have the ability to withstand that period of time and understanding that this is not going to last forever. This is not forever.
How do I know?
Like, by educating yourself prior to getting somebody pregnant about the different ebbs and flows of what could possibly happen. Y'all raw dogging it again. Like, all right, she just had a baby. Cool. I can't get no sex for like 6 weeks. Boom. So that means that as soon as 6 weeks is up, we fucking again. No, it doesn't normally work like that all the time because my body is still going through a transition. I just pushed a human being out. Y'all will never understand the impact of that.
Kids ain't human beings. I don't believe that.
Okay. I love that for y'all.
You think kids are human beings now? Seriously?
What are they?
The way we talk about them in here.
What are they?
Little demons.
They are human beings with no common sense, like men.
They're little demons.
That's what they are. They're men. Fucking
I don't
idiots.
like you right now. Don't look over here. You're fucking quiet. I needed you. I literally need you. You got me. I'm going viral again for no reason. You could have helped.
I don't know why you fighting this battle.
No, this is really mad. I appreciate you fighting this battle. You ain't shit.
Shit, bro.
But no, I do appreciate it because you're coming from a place of like, I know you tend to play devil's advocate a lot, and I'm not going to say that you are or aren't right now, but you're coming from the standpoint of a lot of men that That's really all. Just don't fucking know. Like, they really just don't know. So I would say women, stop having babies with niggas. Just stop. Everybody just stop. Just stop. Everybody pause it. Just pause. You don't even need that shit. That's not even important.
I think
bro.
having solution-based conversations is the best way to deal with most things. If there are a large portion of pregnancies that end because of this, if there are a large part of people who I'm representing, then there is a conversation to be had.
There is.
If you're saying, yo, men can't do this, then that means there's something to discuss so that we can figure out what they need to do to be able to see the situation. And they're saying, yo, you don't count, you don't matter. That's not the type of answer that's gonna help nothing. So I'm looking for something where, okay, this is what you do in that time. These are what you do in that time. You maybe spend time with your friends a little bit more, or maybe, I don't know, go to church together. I don't know, but maybe there's something that men can focus on to get what they're lacking in their relationship.
You need
because
the education.
She is not there for him for a year and a half. I would not tell a man, I would not tell anybody, just wait until she changes back. Under any circumstances, because that would happen anytime.
But that's not,
somebody could change because of something that they're going through, whether it be depression. First of all, your nails is fire. Is that Beyonce nails?
Yeah.
That was Beyonce nails?
Mm-hmm.
I looked at them and I was like, wait a minute. You just deserve respect. What were you going to say? Because I think that you don't, I think you don't understand what I'm saying.
No, I do understand what you're saying, which is why I'm saying that education is the important way. Like, I feel like y'all are thinking about it, or men that think like that are thinking about it very linearly. Like, all right, so I just gotta sit.
I gotta make it into a year and a half.
No, like, if you educate yourself and you understand the different things that could possibly happen, then you will have the tools to understand how to deal with these things. You cannot raw dog pregnancy. You cannot raw dog fucking becoming a parent for the first time. You can't just walk into it thinking that everything is going to be exactly the same. It's not. That goes back to the further conversation I keep having, where as people, we need to start educating our sons about family, about pregnancy, about the things that could possibly happen, because niggas literally have no idea. You should be in prenatal counseling together. You should be going to the Lamaze classes. You should be going to all of these different things. You should be reading certain books and trying to understand cognitively what can happen to the person that is having your child, on top of physically. Physically is one thing. The cognitive shit, that up here, that's the stuff that
it's so interesting
will change.
that you use the word consent.
That,
hold on, Tron, very quickly. I just want to hit this word that it's not going to take long. She used cognizant. Trav is in the comments. He says a lot of men do know. They are educated about it and they try, right? The concept is simple. We understand what's going on. We often do swallow our feelings because we do understand. All we're saying is we also are asking the woman to be cognizant of it too.
You're asking, that's a lot to ask for. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I feel like your stance, and that's why I ain't have much to say, because your stance, Dodge, is kind of dismissive. Like, I don't give a fuck what you might be going through. I'm carrying a whole baby. Now, I get that you're carrying a whole baby, but like I said, even when relationships aren't 50-50, it's never 100-0. It might be 90-10, but you still, at the very least, be cognizant of what a man might be going through, because if not, your relationship could be ruined. And so we're not trying to justify a man stepping out or a relationship going down the drain because of these feelings, but by understanding it and being cognizant is at least a first step. Being dismissive is not going to help nobody.
It's not about being dismissive, and it's not about not being cognizant. It's about the fact that I don't think that you guys are being realistic about the emotional capacities of a pregnant person.
I'm not asking her to do nothing though.
But no, you're like, oh, be cognizant of what I'm going through as well. That's very difficult when I'm going through something that you will never understand.
I am saying I understand, and I get that you're not there for me right now. I get that you can't be.
And why is that not okay? That's
so
why y'all
what
need
am
therapy.
I supposed to do
Go
in that time?
www.psychologytoday.com.
That's helpful.
That is helpful. And y'all saying I'm being dismissive, but I'm literally giving y'all answers to the questions and y'all don't want to hear the answers.
No, because you're saying, oh, do the research, because you're assuming that they haven't done any research, that they haven't spoke to somebody. You could do all the research and you still got to deal with this situation and with the hormones and everything. Dealing with that.
So you can have the tools so that when certain things pop up, you know how to deal with it. I'm saying get your own therapist so that you can have the tools to express the things that are going on with you if your partner cannot fully be there for you in that moment because she is growing a human being. That shit is not easy. I don't know why y'all think it is.
Because
yes, our bodies are made to be this way.
So you're asking us to understand what y'all go through,
no,
even
though
we have not done it. Yeah, you are. You're saying you should know, do your research, understand that I am not myself. I'm growing a human being. So you're saying, okay, put enough energy into understand what I'm going through. I'm asking y'all to do the same because y'all are a union. Y'all have created this situation together. You're saying what you're going through means nothing. And I'm saying that is what kind of ruins relationships when there isn't enough cognizance on both sides of what their partner is going through. So yes, he is taking a lesser role in this. Does that mean it doesn't matter? It doesn't. It shouldn't mean that. And men, as much, just understand what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, but I feel like y'all are not trying to understand what I'm saying, and y'all making it seem like I'm being a bitch, and I'm really not.
I didn't even mean for that to happen. I swear, because I wasn't calling you that. I just realized after the fact that I made that noise after that statement, and it wasn't even meant to be that way. I feel like
talk to Tron.
I feel like
talk to Tron.
I'm so Tron.
Thank you.
I feel like maybe you and I should be able to figure out, because I don't feel like there is going to be empathy coming from women because they have the larger role.
Of course.
So maybe it isn't for them to help us. Maybe you and I should be giving suggestions on what men can do during pregnancies to remain sane and to, feel some sense of home in their home when their home doesn't necessarily feel like home anymore.
Yeah, facts.
What do you think?
I'm not trying to dismiss Dodge's statements either, because I understand. I just don't like your end game. Your end game is like
fuck you niggas.
I'm not here. Don't.
Okay, so then don't say nothing if you're here.
No, don't talk about me. Talk to each other.
I'm referring to a comment.
I didn't say anything.
I'm referring to a comment because it's relevant to our conversation.
I'm not here.
Okay, Dodge isn't here, so I'm gonna refer to her. She can't say nothing.
Chill. Don't pick with her. Let her get past this moment. I didn't mean to call you that. Inadvertently, it happened, but whatever.
I mean, I can't say nothing no more, right?
What do you think men should do? What kind of support system should men be looking for or have, or what, maybe their community should do for men that are expecting fathers, or the father of a child whose mother is going through postpartum?
So good point. Back to a conversation me and you had last week. when I had the realization, like, there's always somebody that's going through what you going through or about to go through. There's always an OG, older brother, father, somebody that been there before. Mm-hmm. Talk to them, you know what I mean? Or talk to the women in your life, you know what I mean? Get some advice, get some coaching. And I don't want to assume that men aren't doing that. Even if men are doing that, it could still be difficult.
It's super difficult. I
you
had
know what
that
I mean?
During the pregnancy, everybody was telling me like, "Yo, you got to break the cycle of the father leaving. You can't do that. Like, yo, try your best. This is still a person that you love for 10 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of that, but I still would wake up with headaches every morning because I was so stressed, grinding my teeth because of stress.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So if let's assume that men are doing the work, are doing the research, they're talking to each other, they're getting information, then. If we assume that, what else do we need? I think there has to be communication between the two people in a relationship. You're still in a relationship. I respect that, you know, you're pregnant and men have no understanding of what that means to your body and your hormones. You're still in a relationship. So y'all still have to communicate. So even if a woman feels like the man got no right to feel a ways, you still got to communicate that he does feel a ways, whether you feel like that's okay or not.
Selfishness though on his part to actually need that from her, even though she's going through what she's going through?
I don't think anything is selfish when you're in a relationship. It's about communicating and having a level of understanding. And both sides deserve that throughout the entire course of the relationship. If I'm on my deathbed, of course it's all about me, right? But I'm still gonna be understanding of what my partner's going through as I'm dying. Like, you're going through a lot right now, and I'm at, you know what I mean?
Please.
I know that's an extreme analogy.
There's never a time when I'm sick and I give a fuck what the people taking care of me are fucking going
But that's
through.
not good.
But there's never a time when I'm laying in my bed for 2-3 days with 104 fever and I'm like, you're going through a lot. I know. Like, I don't care. Where's my lemon and honey? Like, you don't care about me. My daughter, I thought I had COVID. I ain't give a fuck what she was going through. Why isn't the
That's
fucking
not good,
lemons
though.
by the door?
Because what you don't understand is you're putting stress on your relationship. And whenever you put stress on a relationship, you can't expect the best outcome. And at the end of the day, then we're going to be back where, like, all right, well, we just can't have babies with each other because we can't talk.
I think, I regret the pregnancy that I had with my sons. I regret that I wasn't able to be more whole, even though I thought I was doing a lot. She was going through what she was going through, but she who must not be named tell it, was selfish. Mm-hmm. Even if I felt I was cooking, cleaning the crib that I was living in, paying all of the bills, working every day where she wasn't, I'm selfish because I feel like I'm not here. Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of like your doula. Mm-hmm. I'm your doula. And I missed my girl. I missed feeling loved. I did. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, yo, she's pregnant, but for a year and change, I'm just supposed to just understand and just be just like orbiting this old relationship that I had, hoping that one day it lands, I can land on it again. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That I like advice from people on that. If anybody's out there that has different information than she who must not be named. I thought that was, come on, Slytherin, Harry Potter. She must not be like, this is genius shit. This is genius shit. I didn't understand how we didn't get a smile. Moving on, we had an example of real men last week when we spoke. Real men being the man who was able to come out with his shotgun and face down an intruder outside of his home. Mm-hmm. I realized this past week, I am not a real man. Danae. Because if I tell it, they're going to think I'm lying. If I tell a story, they're going to think I'm lying. Wouldn't you?
Probably.
Can you please tell the story that I'm speaking about right now?
So it was really late. It was about 12
12:40 something in the morning. I was up with my vanity light on, and somebody is just knocking on my window. And I live on the bottom floor in the whole house. Like, I'm on the bottom. Everybody's upstairs. So I'm hearing this knock, like, and they're knocking like UPS, like really knocking, like they have something to give me, like I'm just leaving them outside or something. And I open up the blind, and the man is literally has his face in my window, and he's like, I just got stabbed and robbed on Fulton Street, miss. Help me, miss. And I really just looked at him for like 30 seconds, like, and 30 seconds is a long time to be looking at somebody. Like, it wasn't 10 seconds, it was 30. And I'm just looking at him like, I had so many things going through my head. Like, do I open the door? Do I just leave him out there? Like, who is this? Like, how did he find me? Like, why my window out of all windows, but my light was on? So then I closed the blind because I was going to leave the blind open and walk away, but then he was going to see me walk out and go upstairs. So then he would have known that something was up. So I closed the blind, and then I went upstairs. I wasn't gonna go to my grandma because we both like, come on. So I was like, let me just go all the way upstairs to my dad. And I'm saying, Daddy, I said Daddy like 50 times. And he's like in the bed, knocked out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please just hear me say Daddy. I don't want the extra stuff. But it was extra stuff because I tapped the bed and he's jumping out his sleep. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm almost damn near flipped. Because I had literally just fell asleep. I was trying to force myself to go to sleep. And I must have went right into REM. I was gone. Yeah. Gone. Nigga, when I heard that shit, I damn spun around in the bed, looked at her like,
yes. I'm like, please, like, with the dramatics and somebody outside. So he put on his stuff, and I'm just like scratching my head like, I thought this only happened in movies. Like, for real, like, I never seen this happening. And you want to just like take it from here? I
go to the door. I realize that this is my moment. This is what men were made for. I'm looking for a bat. I'm looking for anything. But I didn't want to look like I needed a weapon to the woman in the house. I'm man enough.
I was thinking that. I was just really like,
the situation.
Just bare hands.
Manly. I was like, I don't need anything. I'm gonna
go my aggression and adrenaline.
Boom. Yeah. But my front door is wood. I can't see outside of it. So I'm like, what if I open it? He's just right there like, ah. So I looked out the window and I looked down and I'm like, yo, why you in my yard? And he's like, yo, please, man, I just got stabbed. And I see the nigga and he ain't a regular, like he's something wrong with this nigga. Yeah. So I can see him just getting stabbed. So I'm like, all right, this isn't, you know what I mean? Unless he's something wrong with this nigga. I go outside, stand on the stoop, and I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? He's like, oh, look at my finger. They burnt my finger. I said, nigga, what the fuck is you doing in my yard? If you don't get the fuck out my yard, nigga, get the fuck out my yard. He goes out the yard. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you doing here? Huh? He's like, oh, my fingers, I think they burnt. I said, nigga, you burnt your fingers with crack. Why the fuck would you come in somebody's yard? What's wrong with you? This nigga started, yo, can I get $7?
Fucking way.
I said, nigga, I'm about to put my hands on you, nigga. You gonna go in somebody's yard in the middle of the night and tap on their fucking window for $7?
Wow.
I said, if you don't get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm trying to keep my voice down. Cause I don't want everybody to, you know what I mean? Yeah. And if I really gotta do something, I don't want all of everybody, cause I want to do something to this nigga now. But now I realize like, this nigga's bugging out. You just went to my daughter's window to fool her into believing that something really happened to you. But you just want $7 so that you can go get your next jack? I was incensed. I didn't think about helping this nigga.
Should have started throwing rocks at that nigga.
Huh?
Fuck out of here.
It's absolutely not.
I was not thinking about helping this nigga. Oh, what you going through? I've been on that side.
Not that side.
Come inside.
And then they chased that nigga down the block. That nigga went running down the block.
Nah, crack is rampant over here. Y'all gotta start doing something about it. You better tell your white neighbors to do something. This is crazy.
I walked back inside. She was like, oh my God, what did you do? I'm like, what did I do? She said he wasn't stabbed. I said, no, he wasn't stabbed. No, fuck, he wasn't stabbed. He's a fucking crackhead. I went upstairs and before I laid down in the bed, I said to myself, I'm not that guy in the video, am I?
Absolutely
There's
not.
no way.
Yep.
If I would have seen nigga trying to come into my crib and I got the shotty, I'm shooting through the door. I'm gonna shoot that nigga face off before we even have a conversation about it. Why am I trying to save him? I'm not that guy in the video.
Yeah.
That being said, I realize that there are a lot of people out here that are not real people. Think about a lot of this shit, man. Every time I think about the way people respond to shit, especially with this social media age and just all of this nonsense, the people in the comments, like you're not a real person. You're a fucking bug out. Let alone that they be having all these cartoon avies and shit like that. But then I think about the behavior of the people that are on the internet. What's the word when you're about to say something? Is like, for instance, Loon and I had an episode of Heart Soul. On this episode, and I don't think that I have the actual episode. I'm gonna look for it in a second. But somebody made a video talking about Loon and I in the video, right? This is the episode. This is what was said.
We gotta turn that feature off.
I'll probably just do some no she don't like over and over and over and over and over and over and over. That's normal dudes who just
Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? As if the plague of podcasts wasn't already bad.
How do you stop it?
Now we have this clip of these males
How do you
talking
stop it?
about
You can't stop it? Oh, fuck. So, boom. I just want to give y'all some context. I asked Loon on the show, why don't men break up with women? Like, why do you let it drag out for mad long? Or how do you break up with women? He said, normally I'll just do some whack shit over and over and over and over until she breaks up with me. And Wes was on the show, and Wes was like, yeah, that's basically how niggas do it, right? But in the clip, I was like, why not just communicate? Why not just have a conversation about your feelings and such and such and such, right? And it wasn't a great conversation, but there were opposing views on such. When we try to have these conversations, we try to, like I said, try to have solution-based conversations, as Miss April Mason advised me to do. And I've been taking that advice ever since. So then this girl did this thing, and I just found it very interesting. This goes to what I got to say. Let me see. Not now.
I'll probably just do some no she don't like over and over and over and over and over and over and over. That's normal dudes who just
Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? As if the plague of podcasts wasn't already bad enough. Now we have this clip of these males talking about the ways in which they do everything but communicate their want to leave a relationship because they don't find direct communication in that way to be manly. Apparently, dragging things out much longer than it has to be and intentionally doing things to piss your partner off than just leaving is more manly than you communicating your want to leave, because that makes sense. What I find so funny about this is so many males are like this, where they're too afraid to break up with you directly, but are adamant on wanting to be seen as a leader in the partnership. Stink. How you want me to see you as a leader when you can't even lead your ass up out of here when you're ready to go? I'll be so scared of being the bad guy that you'd rather be the asshole? I will avoid initiating the breakup because it's too final. But why do you want to keep the door open with somebody you weren't even happy with when y'all were together? Make it make sense.
I'll probably just do some.
What do y'all think?
I honestly think it does make sense.
You do?
What makes sense?
What Loon is saying. I'm not advising that you do that. I'm with you on the communication side. But I naturally understand people, and I understand when people say things, and I'm like, okay, I could see how that could make sense, right? The reason why I can see how it could make sense is because oftentimes people underestimate female ego, right? It's not always easy for a man to break up with a woman if the woman is not ready to leave. That woman will not let him go easily. So Loon in this situation might feel like, yo, an easier way for me to get what I ultimately want and to leave the relationship is to make her feel like she's breaking up with me, because I'm gonna get way too much resistance if I break up with her. I think it happens more often than we admit, and I think I can understand it. Am I advising that? No, I understand what this young lady's saying. Communication is the best solution. Same thing that you said, Tahoe. But all I'm saying is I can understand that perspective as well.
Are you back? I just want to know if we can refer to you. What do you think about what Trom just said? Can you understand what he said?
No. No, I cannot. I'm sorry. This is madness.
Wait, you
sometimes I really feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone while I'm sitting here. Cause that's crazy to me. Like, what do you mean? Like, a woman is not going to let you leave if you break up. Like, you break up with people and you establish your boundaries. Like, if I break up with you and I don't want anything to do with you, then I'm going to block you. And now how can you contact me? Like, doing this back and forth, like, oh, I'm going to play games with you until you break up with, that doesn't make sense to me. That literally does not make sense. Like, say what you mean what you say, put your foot down and move on. But most men don't do that. They teeter. They keep the door ajar, and then they kind of like, oh yeah, I want to break up with you, but I don't want to be mean, so I'm gonna still keep you around and still speak to you. Why are we speaking? We're done.
So, just for further clarification, it's not always easy to leave a woman that's not ready to be left, and I think you're underestimating how easy that is for some men to deal with.
If you're leaving somebody that quote unquote is not ready to be left, and you're realizing that this person is not ready to be left, you block them from calling you, block them from emailing you, block them from social media.
I'm talking about real life. You're talking about
social media
devices and shit.
I'm talking about real life, because now you're blocking contact. What's the next thing? What are they going to show up to your house?
Blocking contact in real life? What do you think? I'm in a relationship with you and, I can't call you no more. Damn, I guess I'll never see you ever again. Like, that's not how the shit work in real life. We're in a relationship.
911.
I know your mom. Like, I'm coming to your crib. I'm pulling up to your office. I know all, like, this shit happens.
I don't see...
I'm not advocating for this, by the way, but there should be some level of understanding that this does exist, and you could understand why it would lead to that type of mentality with what Loon is talking about. That's all I'm saying. We have to understand each other. But that's
not normal, right? But see, the problem is that mentality, that what Loon is saying and what you guys are saying, y'all making it seem like that is the norm. But I don't think that's the norm. Of course, anything can possibly happen. Niggas could walk out and get punched in the face right now for no reason.
More often than I think you think.
So you're
women kind of run towards conflict more than men. I've said this. Women are lawless. They are better arguers. They are better. They literally will. They're better at confrontation, especially in a relationship, than a lot of men are.
Okay.
Men don't necessarily we don't have the. She needs a tissue. We don't. Sorry. Men don't have the intelligence. Emotional intelligence, the vocabulary to be able to sustain a whole argument over and over again with you when y'all are better at that shit. So a nigga will just shut down. Again, I agree with you. I'm not defending the situation. I actually was in the video like, that's crazy. That niggas think that's the way it should be. I literally like, yo, you should communicate. But I have had several cars of mine keyed by people that I did not want to deal with anymore. And I wasn't, one of the cards got keyed when I was with somebody else. And I had there was no time, huh?
I remember that.
There was nobody in months of anything. They just decided to come whenever they felt and keep my shit. Like, yeah, all right, he ain't gonna know who it is. Another card got keyed by a person that I was in a relationship with or had just broken up with. The time when I wasn't even messing with Shorty, I was messing with somebody else, and she came and broke my window. And those are just simple instances, and in that you're like saying like, oh. See, the thing is, when we often talk about monoliths and generalization. We do this thing with men as if they don't go through these things, or as if like, yo, that's not normal. Niggas be going through hell, and you learn by your experiences. And sometimes it's like, yo, dog, I remember trying to leave a chick, and she literally jumped on my back and ripped my clothes off. These are all different women. You think that I'm gonna keep trying to do this shit? I was trying to leave.
I got a burn mark from a cigarette from trying to leave a woman when I was 21 years old. This shit happens. Damn. Right? So I could not get down the stairs. She grabbed me and burned me, and I have a mark on my arm.
Somebody who smokes cigarettes?
Yeah, you know who it is, but I had to ask. Exactly what. Right? So I say that to say, I can't count how many times I've heard women either that I've dealt with or I overheard or a friend that said, I usually get whatever I want. A lot of women have that attitude, right? So when they're in a position where they're not getting what they want, it's not always easy breezy. It's like, hey, you know what? This isn't really working out for me. I think we should break up. It doesn't usually end with, okay. It don't end like that for niggas sometimes. So They got to figure out other ways around it.
And the one person a woman don't give a fuck about being bad confrontational with, that's her nigga. Mm-hmm. She will steal on that nigga. Right or wrong? Yeah. She will steal on that nigga. She will say and wow him up ways she would not do in most of her other relationships. But with him, he gonna get this work because he trying to play in my face.
So what Luna's saying, for a lot of men, the smoothest breakup is if it's her idea. This way, that's the best way we could actually end amicably.
I remember fucking with this girl at my job, but she had me, she was my superior. I ain't gonna fuck with her no more. Mm-hmm. So I just started distancing myself, but acting like I wasn't. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, giving excuses to everything to make her feel like, I'm not fucking with you no more. You always got some excuse. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, you serious? Walked away like the devil. I got you, bitch. That's crazy. You really don't fuck with me no more? Oh.
I hate that this is y'all lived experience.
And that's the thing. The fact that there's such a disconnect between women's lived experiences and men understanding them so that they can kind of even the scale on their side, and men's lived experiences and women being able to understand them so they can try to even the scale. There's such a huge crater of understanding. It's like not there because everybody's looking at things from their own perspective.
Yeah, you can only look at and draw opinions from your lived experiences, and being my lived experiences being the way that they are. I'm sorry, like my brain cannot compute.
With your friends. You've literally asked one of your friends today, do you need me to go beat her up?
Oh, yeah, but that's different.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Because that's not about a breakup.
It's situational, but you can see how when a woman feels
I have never put my hands on somebody for a breakup. Never.
You can see how when a woman feels that she has power over this situation, how she will enact it, and the male feels powerless. You've seen it. It's just because the intricacies of it are different. You can see how when a woman has a certain relationship with a nigga and she feels violated, she gonna over violate.
Yeah, if I feel violated, but I don't see breakups as violation.
Some people do.
Yeah, I can't speak to I can't speak to the mindset of a person that would want to beat somebody up or destroy somebody's property because they don't want to be with you. If I'm gonna whoop your ass, and I have whooped many of ass in my life, it's because of disrespect. It's because you lying in my face, you playing in my face. It's always on disrespect. But if you want to leave, oh, you can go. I'm not gonna fight you for that.
Though.
It's a click of a button.
I feel like you said, pardon me, Tron. You said you don't really you haven't had a nigga before, Drew. Like you've never really cared about the niggas. It's like, all right.
Like I say that because in comparing this relationship to other relationships, they don't compare. But I've been in love before. I've been in other relationships before. But I'm not about to fight you down to stay. That I don't know. Like that never clicked in my brain. Like, oh, you're trying to leave me, so I'm gonna fight you to stay. I'm going to fight you because you violated, because you did something disrespectful, because you played in my face. That's what's going to make me pop on you.
Y'all could convince yourselves.
Is that cool for me to punch you too?
For what?
Sorry, Sean. Go ahead. If you played in my face, if you did something, it's cool for me to assault you.
I didn't say that. I'm talking about
but women
unhealed
do feel
me.
that power.
Yeah,
women feel like they will do that. Whereas a man can't do it. So now it's like, yo, I cannot handle you the way you're going to handle me. So I got to figure out a better way to handle you. Whereas you can say, yo, you know what? Pardon me, I tried to not mean to say this shit. So whereas you can say, you know what? I'm going to do this. A lot of females feel like that. And they don't always have to be valid reasons to do it. They just feel like, you know what? He's playing in my face. I'm going to do some wild shit. Niggas tired of going through shit like that. I didn't have my fucking finger stabbed. This pinky didn't move for like a year because she hit the fucking nerve in the shit and I literally could not move that shit. Stab my shit. You think I want to keep going through that shit? Nigga, the next girlfriend, exactly after her, I broke up with her by waiting for her to go to work. And packed all my shit up and left, moved to a whole nother town. I'm scared now. Go ahead, Tron. You good?
Nah, I think I'm good. I think you hit it right in the head. Like, we can move
on. I did feel, I don't really know, when I was talking about real people, this internet shit, we being like controlled. We talk about how the kids are being controlled. I was supposed to have a conversation a couple days ago with Aisha Deal out in LA. And she was like, yo, what is going on with relationships? Why is it so bad? Why is it so bad? And I was like, I'm not having that experience outside. There's always been dickheads. There's always been corny bitches. There's no difference. It's just amplified by all of these people that need to make content or need to kind of whatever direction they want shit to go, you know, like the guys with the YouTube video. They edited it or whatever. People don't have to edit your shit to take it out of context or to, you know, try to prove their point. For instance, they want to be leaders, but they can't lead their way out of a situation. There's so much more context to this. But then I think about the impact of these videos on the youth. It's there, it's apparent, but it's also impacting the adults, and it's purposeful. The reason I'm saying it's purposeful, there are people out here that have never had a successful relationship, and their brand is to give relationship advice. I'm wondering, is that somebody that you want to take relationship advice from?
Fuck no. That's why my retort most of the time, like nowadays, is like, what does your girlfriend say on this matter?
Because that's what
did your husband say?
That's what they do.
What
to
your
us.
wife say? Like, what the fuck are y'all even talking about? Like, shut up.
They say, would you treat your daughter like that? They immediately, when men say some shit, they say, would you treat your child like that? Because they want you to say, hey, you have to have some experience with this, with a loved one in your life. If this is how you stand, this is what you're going to stand on. You have not had a successful relationship. How are you speaking to these women or men? Because I said that shit to Mr. Lecco when he was on the show. I was like,
how is Aaron?
I said, you know, is that how you treat yours? He's like, oh, that's different. Because you don't have anybody. So how are you giving such relationship advice? Now, I would listen. This is not direct towards Aaron.
Obviously.
Mr. Lecco, love what he's done with his platform.
Call him Aaron here. You can't call him Mr. Lecco. Oh,
well, he's definitely changed his messaging, and
a little
I
bit.
think
Yes,
that
he has.
it's important to recognize when people are doing certain work on themselves. So this is not about that, but I have said that to him during these conversations. This is not about women or men. This is about these Instagram people that are leading the charge selfishly. If you haven't done that work yourself, you do not have the right to preach that to these people who are needing help. I'm not going to go to, I don't know, a plumber and ask him how to fight a fire. I'm going to call Drew. I'm going to call a fire person because they're successful. They know what they're doing. This is what they do. Give me relationship advice. Now, Melly seems to have a disagree, and I'll be there with you in a second. I would like to get relationship advice. Now, there's a million things that y'all Instagram people can get money with or views with. But I want to get relationship advice from people in happy relationships. People that have been through some shit together and made it out because they can relate. I want wisdom, relationship wisdom that comes from experience and success. It's a million motherfuckers out here. And I'm speaking back to when I used to give relationship advice. I stopped when my relationships, my personal relationships began to crumble. You didn't see no more relationship advice from me because I needed to figure my shit. There was more work that I needed to do than to just project what I think or whatever, because it isn't working for me. It's not. Melly, go ahead. Child, she ready. Child.
No, it's nothing crazy. But I just want to mention that not every like real actual relationship guru all had like successful relationships. Like I don't think every single person that's an actual relationship coach or something like that, they're like, oh, I won't say every relationship, but like most of my relationships were successful. There's some people, they're not even in relationships, but they can still give advice, either like you said, from experience or, and sometimes some people, they can give advice, they don't even take their own advice. But that doesn't mean that the advice that they're giving is bad advice. And also some advice that people do give, it's not catered to everybody. So everyone have, different things that will work for them. So I feel like you have to have more discernment when it comes to listening to information. You can do research, try to see, if whatever they're saying is facts or if anyone else has mentioned it. Or you can also just either try it out or actually really think about it and figure out like, will this work for me?
Melly, I think that you said a few things that make a lot of sense. I want to start with one thing. I agree, you can get advice from anybody. Mm-hmm. A bum on the street I walk by can tell me something about life, even though it ain't working for him. But I'm not going to sit down with him and pattern my entire existence based on, I am not going to have put a platform up and let the bum give life advice. So that's my thing. It's people that are forming relationship platforms that have not had, you can give me a broken clock is right twice a day. Mm-hmm. It's when I know you have not been successful. Why are you forming a platform? This woman, this is really where I got this from. She got a bonnet on because she's trying to create this image. But I scroll back to July 13th, July 11th, July 9th. She's bald. What?
What that got to do with it?
Why do you have a bonnet on?
Why you have a bonnet on? Huh? Why are you, every video, you have different color bonnets. You're trying to come off to these women as a relatable person, but you're not. It's not even real. It's not real. Why do you need this bonnet?
What's
it controlling? What hair is it controlling? What hair is it keeping in? You might as well wear a do-rag.
What?
You might as well wear a do-rag.
What if she doesn't want to? Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
What is the bonnet for?
Why are you wearing a bonnet?
What that got to do with anything?
Because she's, like Tahoe just said, she's trying to brand herself to be relatable to women, and I guess it gives her some credibility or whatever with
That's
with
what
her
I
audience.
see. Maybe y'all can tell me I'm wrong because I don't understand. That's what I'm
Why
looking
else
at.
would you wear a bonnet if you bald?
That's her business. What that got to do with anything?
Maybe she
It's
don't
our
have a
business
haircut.
because it's on the internet, so it's our business. We're talking about why do you think somebody would wear a bonnet if they don't have hair?
I don't question when people wear
do-rags are
bonnets.
For men.
But we're questioning
But
it now.
they are marketed for men. There's not a lot of women that are comfortable wearing a do-rag.
If I'm wrong about the bonnet thing, that's what I got from it. I'm like, oh, she's like trying to come off this way to
because she's trying to cater to the bonnet audience.
Yeah, like what?
She has an audience of bonnet wearers, and all the bonnet people are like getting their lynching ropes and their pitchforks. Like, fuck these niggas because we all wear bonnets.
She's trying to come off like the relatable auntie. Yes, that's what I see.
Okay.
Oh,
I get it.
See, that's the thing. I don't know shit about women, so y'all might be like, "Oh, we all wear bonnets when we're bald." I didn't know that. I thought the bonnets was to keep y'all hair together in certain styles or whatever.
You want to wear it. People
I don't know why you would wear that shit if you bald.
And it's like wear your bonnet.
But maybe what if she don't have a
it?
haircut, but she don't got a shape up? Like what? Like I don't.
What that got to do with the message?
I thought the message was okay. I thought that it was also leading a certain direction. Like when we're talking about you can't lead your way out of a relationship. Like, come on, context is there. There's a lot. You're just selling this stupid thing. And even in the conversation that we had, there was literal solution-based conversation happening in there. Oh, these niggas talking about these niggas. Why didn't you play the whole shit? You want to create this narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Like I agree with you. Threw me with the bonnet. Like you
that's what I'm talking about. Is the bonnet.
Like you was like I understand what you're saying, which is why I was saying that moving forward, I really do believe that we should turn that feature off of our videos because people to be able to remix it because people tend to, and this is why I say all the time, like when I'm mad or when I'm arguing, I don't curse. I'm very clear in what I'm trying to say because I don't want you to take that one thing and run with it and miss the whole message. Mm-hmm. And that's what people love to do. They love to take one part of a conversation or one opinion of one person when it's the three of us. So if we're doing a video, they're not reading the captions. They're not listening to the whole conversation for context. They're taking two sentences and then running off the deep end. Mm-hmm. And I personally don't like that. And I keep forgetting, but I think moving forward for our brands that it's important, even within our clips, even sometimes when they are salacious, it is important to have both of those narratives. Like make people have to work harder to clip our shit up.
I feel like I don't believe that because I put myself out there and I feel like even bad pub in this game is still good pub. People will go back and see the original thing and then like some shit that you said. It's a lot of people that hate you, but they fans of you. They go and they do all that shit, but they're fans of you. They're following you every fucking move.
I hate it.
They'll be the people that buy your t-shirt and show up at one of your events like, hey.
It's disgusting.
Like the chick that threw the water on Cardi and Cardi beamed her. And she's like, I'm sorry, Cardi. I'm sorry. Oh, bitch, I didn't know you was going to give me attention. I didn't realize that I was actually going to get your attention because I actually am in love with you.
No, that shit is sick. Like, that's sick ass behavior. Like, this whole...
That's what we in.
I don't like it, and I don't like it.
Trav said, as people who create content, if you think that bonnet wasn't purposeful, you're willfully not seeing the purpose. I agree myself. She has pink, red, green. Ain't nobody in the hood. You got all them different bonnets. I don't care what y'all talking about.
I don't even have a bonnet.
All of them different matching bonnets and robes. It's an image she's doing for a reason, which is fine. I could be wrong. I know I create content. I see where it's going and it works. That's why she went and bought a red one and a green one, because she saw it works. Whatever, I could be wrong. It's fine. This all started, I just want the internet to just be careful who you believe in. Be careful about idolization. Be careful about, following people you don't know their real story. Take everything with a grain of salt. Do not apply everything that you hear. Like I said, it's broken. Take what you can, throw it away. Be sure, mindful of the information that you're taking in. Take what you can, throw the rest away. You know what I'm saying?
People don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
They don't have the critical thinking skills. People are not thinking for themselves anymore. They're thinking for clips. They don't even have the wherewithal to even discern, oh, maybe this is not the whole conversation. Maybe I should try to go look for it. They see one thing that they don't like and it's think pieces. I hate it here.
And my thing is this. What I was trying to say about the bonnet wasn't about the bonnet. You're believing in this person's image that they want you to see. That is not a real person. What you see on Tahoe TV, I remember going out. I remember when I used to do so much internet stuff all the time. And I remember going on a date and the girl was just staring at me on the date. Met her on social media. And she said, you're a lot different in real life. And I was like, what do you think? I'm gonna fucking be looking down at my feet, walking like I'm videoing, and I'm supposed to like be doing all this shit with my phone in front of you? Bitch, I'm trying to get some pussy. I'm chilling. Sorry. I'm trying to be myself. I am not Tahoe TV in real life. I'm a regular person. You're believing, and you people in the internet are believing what these people want you to see. That's not a real person. They shit, they eat, they fuck up. They record those clips 1,000,000 times until they get it what they want. This isn't just them flowing off the top like this one here. Dodge, one of the only people I know that could flow for fucking 3 minutes and make sense every goddamn word. That's not normal. It was that normal word. But it's not, especially with content creators who do this every single day. They're not thinking about all of this shit every single day. They're putting thoughts together because they need content.
I think that's the difference between authentic people and non-authentic people. Because as you're saying this and like you're putting these pieces together, you're thinking of it of a content creator mind. And I don't know. No, I do know. I will never be a content creator. I don't have the patience. I don't have the time, and I don't give a fuck enough. So I'm not thinking about it in the brain of a content creator creating content. I'm thinking about it like, what? And I think that that's what constantly messes me up when it comes to this internet shit, because I don't put on a show. I'm not a character. Like who I am right here, right now is who I'm going to be when I walk out this room. I'm the same way with everybody. I don't waver. I don't have the time. I don't have the brain capacity to make up characters. Like I just don't. So when people do things for show or for likes or for retweets, I'm still in the mind frame of like, yo, are y'all all okay? And I'm never thinking about it like, oh, they're just doing this for this reason, or you're doing things for a reaction. You're doing things because you're really a fan. My brain still cannot compute that because I still very much live in the real world, and I'm not a content creator. And I want to make sure I stamp that I'm not that.
You need to understand that that's what this is. your inner world, and you're arguing real thoughts with people who are followers, who believe in their idols or whatever.
Yeah,
they're looking for attention. And that is not only the fans, it's also the creators.
You want to know what's so crazy? That show that came out, what's it called? The Hive. Oh. The Hive shit. What's the name of that show?
Is the Hive?
Is it called Hive? Like the one where the bitch was a stand for Swarm.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, I can see that. Swarm. I enjoyed it for what it was. But it was hard for me to understand that these people are like, this is like a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Until I was at the Beyonce concert on Sunday.
It's a real thing.
I'm standing in line at the bar. 2 things popped up that made me think like, yo, y'all really not okay. Girl standing behind me. First thing, girl says, I only got 31 likes on my pic. But she was like sad. You could hear it in her voice. Like she was sad. And I'm like.
Nah, I'm laughing. Not because of 31 likes, but this is really what people.
Like this is a conversation you have. I've never had a conversation with my friends like, I posted a pic, I only got 50 likes, y'all. Like I've never, and I'm just like, okay. So I'm still standing at the bar. But as a content creator, right, that makes sense. Like you want engagement, you want more. Me as a normal person, I post a pic and I go. Like I don't know how many, I'm not clocking likes because I'm a normal fucking person, right? Second thing that happens, there is somebody that comes on stage and starts talking about like a scholarship or something. I don't know, I can barely hear. I'm not really paying attention. The girl is like, oh my God, I hear her. I think it's her. I think she's on the stage. I hear her, and runs off the line, goes and looks, and I'm like, are y'all okay?
No.
And then she comes back, she's like, oh no, it wasn't her. What time is it? Oh, I think she's coming. Did you hear that? And I'm just like, yo, like, first of all, Beyonce don't hit the stage till about 9. Everybody knows that. What are we doing? I've never been like, you already at the concert, baby. You here? Like it's cool. You're gonna see it. Like what is happening? And then I'm like, the first thing I thought of was Swarm, and I'm like, oh, y'all really dead ass. Then somebody in the crowd was handing out little cards, and it literally said like, when Beyonce says everybody on mute, everybody be quiet. Like somebody printed out cards. I don't know if Beyonce did it because we was on the internet like, yo, did y'all get this at y'all show too? I never saw it before. There's a lady that stands up to my section and is like, yo, everybody. When Beyonce says, I'm like, yo, you not dead ass. I said, you're not dead ass. You not taking it that seriously. Yes, it's annoying because I was annoyed when everybody wasn't, but I'm not going to grandstand like, everybody, all right, make sure. Like, y'all look dead ass. No, I can't. My brain can't compute that this is how people really think because I really think that people are humans.
There's been studies done that are like, it's a serious thing, the impact social media has had.
Yep. The idolization of celebrity in this country.
That too.
Like, it's crazy. Like, y'all expect more from rappers and singers than y'all do of politicians and lawmakers. And it like, the sense is not making sense in my brain.
You painted your nails for Beyonce.
No, I painted my nails for my outfit. And my fit was fucking fire.
Those are Beyonce colors.
Black?
That's the Renaissance colors.
Silver?
Yeah, black and silver. That's the Renaissance album cover.
I didn't think about it like that, honestly. I just put on a fire fit. You don't even know how you're being
influenced.
I'm not being influenced. I change if I'm going out, like for my birthday. So I'm being influenced. I wore green on my birthday. My nails were green. Am I being influenced, or I'm getting dressed for an event and my nails are gonna match my fit?
You don't know that the black and silver was the.
I felt like it was the silver, the disco look or whatever. Like, it was cute.
It's literally everybody's doing that.
Yeah, everybody's dressing up.
So you're agreeing that you're all following what this person has put out.
It felt like Halloween.
I'm not mad at you.
I put on a costume and I look damn good doing it.
I believe it. I'm just saying that the shit is bigger than Nino Brown.
Yeah, it is. but again, like in my brain, right? I put on a fit to match the theme of a concert. And then I took the fit off. I'm not there.
Loon came here to go to the Rick Ross concert with a Drake shirt on because Pusha T was performing at the concert. And he said, these niggas need to know which side I'm on.
Wait, Pusha T was performing at the Rick Ross concert?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I said, Loon, you dead ass? We from Brooklyn. Like, we don't got nothing to do with this beef.
We don't have nothing to do with this beef, bro.
What if you run into some fanatic that's on the same type of shit you on? Like, what is you ready to fight for Drake and Pusha T? Why he's like, yeah, I'm with it. I'm with whatever. Didn't he say that? He was like, I'm with whatever. Link down.
Link down is crazy. Yes. Link down is real.
My nigga. Look, Trom is like, are you with it?
I mean, I wear my Yankee hat to Fenway Park to Boston Red Sox. You wear a Yankee hat.
You wore your Yankee hat?
So you wanted to fight?
I didn't want to fight, but I'm showing my allegiance.
To who?
I'm not gonna be in. I'm not one of these niggas in the crowd starting fights with.
But what if they start with you?
They're gonna start with you.
You're in their home. You have a Yankee hat on. You go to Fenway Park with a Yankee hat on. You're on timing. I'm not saying don't be pussy, but I'm asking you, are you ready for what you asking for? You serious?
Don't be pussy.
Yeah.
You can't be a fan incognito. You gotta.
I see it both ways, but there's nothing wrong with repping your team
until somebody punches you in the face.
Ain't nobody just gonna punch you for wearing it. They might say something, and if you engage,
you're not gonna.
And so you escalate.
So he's gonna ignore him and be like, boo.
Like everybody, look at this bitch in the Yankee hat, and everybody just like, fuck you, and start throwing shit at you. Then what?
I know how.
Like, hey,
listen, I know how to engage with somebody and not lead to fisticuffs. I've been around long enough where I can wear my Yankee hat in peace.
Okay, I mean, I respect it. I just not me. I don't like to. That's too much. That's really bold.
You see it all the time in sports. You see one nigga in a uniform.
You want to be
jersey.
that one nigga?
They all leave the arena peacefully. Like not everybody just catches a beat down because they're a fan of the opposing team. It happens all the time.
I don't know. I just life is a little bit too serious for me. Like it's
a lot.
It's too serious. Like I just need.
Not even a Pusha T concert. It's a Rick Ross concert. Pusha just happens to be there.
And you gonna wear a big ass OVO shirt? Like bitch, I'm on Drake's side.
Because like, why? You're literally looking for that type because Drake's not even here. So you're doing this for Pusha T recognition. You want people to know. I want the smoke.
But what? I gotta talk to my
That's
friend.
True. That's different because Drake ain't even.
He
there.
didn't even
Who
make it into Drake's
to?
house in the dream.
Wow.
Right. That being said, this is the end of part 1 of this week's episode of So Shameless. You guys know that right after this, I will be doing part 2, which I'll upload immediately after you listen, because I think y'all want to hear the rest of what I have to say about real people. A lot of people aren't real in the dating world. Do you know how to separate the real from the fake? Tune into part 2. Let's figure out what that's about. So Shameless.